Hello, it's Jack's Cowboys. Got out skiing here today on a nice sunny day in the Copper Country. First time this year, and got to reflect about the season, and it's a good time to get out there and think about where the Cowboys are at right now and where they're going, and think about this loss and to the Chargers and how it's affecting the season. It was a tough loss, and it changes things where we can't. We're going to have a harder time trying to win the division at an 8-5 record now. But we do control our own destiny still. Maybe a tough road ahead with the Saints coming up this weekend, but seems to be a lot of confidence in the Cowboys that we can compete with them in the Superdome this weekend for a win. Jerry Jones says that he likes the matchups. There's some matchups we could win. Thing I see a lot is the Cowboys defense. If we can get pressure in the defensive backs and the good defensive cornerbacks we have, if they can shut down that passing game, could possibly cut the score down and have an opportunity to win. Big thing about it that is DeMarcus Ware's injury. He could be back this weekend. He wants to play this week, but he just got to get clear from the doctors. He got a sprained neck, but it's not as serious of injury as they thought when we seen him on the field getting hauled out on a stretcher. And yeah, that was a tough part of it. But Jerry Jones had his hands over his face, and fans were there, their hands on their face, wondering what was happening with DeMarcus Ware. And they had him on a stretcher and took him out, and he was going like this and pointing up at the scoreboard, the W, to get the W and to get the points. But it was all at a bad time because we needed him on that 3rd and 12, and with that, what happened after that was they converted because the since DeMarcus Ware wasn't in there, they didn't have to double team him. They were able to get an extra receiver downfield, and nobody was covering the tight end. So that was a bad predicament for Dallas to have in that game. To have DeMarcus Ware go out, and we'll need him to win Saturday. Another thing that happened was a missed field goal by Nick Folk again, and they're reevaluating him. But the problem is that he can't be replaced really because there is no available place kickers to replace him. But they have faith that he's going to change his ways and start making them field goals again. The latest news is that DeMarcus Ware's playing on Saturday will be like a game time decision. So they're evaluating him. He's getting tests on. He hasn't been practicing. With that game, Jerry Jones said he felt sick for the Cowboys fans, and after the game myself, I felt pretty crushed. I had to kind of sit in the dark and wait for the feeling to go away, because I thought the end of the season was here, but I got back into it, and I still see hope for the season, but still pretty crushed about it. But looking at it, this is our last chance to get control of the division. If we can win the Saints game, we can win the rest of them. We can win that division, which is a tall challenge. But we're as good as we are, and Cowboys, just like Jason Witten said today, it's not like a JV team going against a varsity team. It's two professional teams, and Dallas can be darn good at times, and their offense can score as much as New Orleans. I've been looking through their New Orleans season, and they score a heck of a lot of points on people. They've put 48 up against the Giants and the Eagles. So if we can get our offense to get pressure on Breeze and maybe get some turnovers, we can change things there. There was an interview with Roy Williams. He seems to have a lot of confidence and is by inspiring the team in an interview. He said the game against New Orleans would be like a 2-round fight, and there's no question we have to win to see him again. So what he's saying is by him saying that that would be a 2-round fight. The only way that's possible is if the Cowboys win, which he believes that we can this weekend. He said if we pack our bags, we should be victorious. So it boosts a lot of confidence, and he said that anybody can be beat and they're not invincible. Seen it a couple of years with an undefeated team that they said that was impossible to beat was the New England Patriots. Made it to the Super Bowl and lost to the Giants. And the year before that, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Colts, and I was at that game, and that was back in 2006. They were 10-0, I believe, or 9-0, but they went 9-1 after that, and then they continued to lose after that. It's a playoff situation. We win this one, we're going to be riding good. We control our own destiny. But this Saints game is really important now. We could have surpassed it and just counted it as a loss. If we would have won either that Giants game or Chargers game, we could afford the loss. But now, to get far in the playoffs and to win big, we have to win this Saints game. Well, I looked into this 3-way tie thing. Dallas, Philadelphia, New York getting a 3-way tie. That it looks like Philadelphia would probably win it anyway around it, because even if Dallas does win, it looked like Dallas, Philadelphia, and the Giants each won each other. If Dallas wins Philadelphia, they would have won them twice, and New York won Dallas twice, which would make them all 4-2, as long as we win the Redskins also. Then we're all tied up at the second thing they look at is the common opponents. We'd all be 5-3, I believe. In conference, that's where Philadelphia would probably win out, but comes down to it, we got to win this New Orleans game to go far And like Roy Williams said, maybe there'll be a round 2. And with that, got to beat the odds and beat the Saints.